And, you know, you just have to show up and show out so often.
Right on.
Time after time. You got to wake up and you got to drive. You got to be driven to go get something done now. You know what I'm saying? And you I mean, for real, and it's a gamble sometimes. You got to really, you got to be forward thinking, ahead of the curve when it comes time to make certain decisions. And you got to be willing to stand on your beliefs. Because a lot of times you're the only one who can see it. You dig? And other people, they don't see it really, but you got to really believe in what you got inside of you that's telling you and driving you to a certain goal for something. You got to wake up and you got to drive. You got to be driven to go get something done now. Nothing in life worth having comes free. Nobody's gonna give anybody anything. I like being able to do what I love doing for a living. Nothing in life worth having comes free. Nobody's gonna give anybody anything. Now, you get out of life what you're willing to put into it. Hard work, sacrifice, dedication, all of these things breed success. Now, I can tell you this because, you know, I was once one of the people who were assumed to be less likely to become successful. I'm from a very modest neighborhood. Now, I didn't have all the things that I wanted, sometimes not even all the things that I needed. But it's important for you to know your environment does not define you unless you allow it to. The position that you're in right now, does not dictate your future unless you allow it to. You can look at your life as it is right now, and you can look at it, you can say, well, I'm not where I want to be. This isn't where my life will end. You can do one or two things. You can use it as an excuse to do nothing, or you can use it as motivation to push yourself forward. The choice is yours. I need you guys to understand and believe that anything in life is possible. Whatever it is you want to do is absolutely possible. I don't care how much trouble you got into up until now. I don't care how many things you may have done wrong. I don't care how much you may not have in your life to help you. You can do it if you believe in yourself enough to make it happen. If you put enough effort and energy and invest enough in your future, you can do anything in this world you want to do. Anything's possible. Don't never let nobody tell you what you can't do.
Most people think every idea is a good idea, as long as they had it. The truth of the matter is, not every idea is a good idea, not every idea matters, and not every idea should be pursued. And if you're in a field like I am, or was, of innovation, not every idea is a good idea, even if it strikes you that way on first blush. Say, get in the weight room of life. What do you do in a weight room if you're an athlete or a kind of retired senior citizen like me? You prepare. You prepare. You build new capabilities. You get stronger. You get faster. You figure out how to get leverage. And yet in your business lives, those are precisely the right message. We weren't afraid to sit there even before we had it figured out and just work to prepare, to get better, to build new capabilities. And whether we're talking about what you need to do for your startup, for the hospital that you join, or for yourself personally, you have to build new capabilities, new quickness, and new leverage. The opportunities are there, but you got to reach out and pick them up. You've got to grab at them. Some of you may have already done that at the U, in your classes, in other students that you met, in your extracurricular activities, but grab them. Don't be afraid to make a mistake, because you know what you can do if you grab the wrong one? Drop it and pick up another one. It's okay. Seize the day.
Before 17, I was like the last one they consider to become good. I mean, one day, the first coach of the first team, he went out and he saw me in a game and he was like, I want to have a meeting with you. And I was like, okay, what did I do now? I mean, every time I had a meeting was for some kind of disciplinary thing. And then he said, on Monday, you start to train with the big guys. You're in a first team. And then I was like, from considering to be not the biggest talent, like let's say the last one in the group, to jump over all of them and come in the first group. And I was like, okay. And I was in shock and I didn't want to say it too much because maybe if I talk too much, he will change his mind. I was like, okay, see you on Monday then. When they saw me, they saw the player that was different from the other ones. It was a great feeling, but at the same time, I was like, now I have opportunity to do something good out of it. And it's up to me. So if I want to become something that I think I can become, I have to train hard, and that's my mentality. I like to train hard. I mean, you can have talent, but talent don't take you all the way.
So know who you are and learning to love who you are. Because you can't love anybody else if you don't love yourself. Ray and Charles and I used to say every day in Seattle, not one drop of my self-worth depends on your acceptance of me. Every day. That was the deal with racism and everything, because you don't want an external force defining who the hell you are.
That thing that moves you, I don't know what it is. I like repetition. There's a saying goes, repetition keeps me green.
Yeah.
I love that saying.
Repetition keeps me green.
Keeps me green, because fresh.
Right.
Because the idea that we do performances over and over again, you would say, well, doesn't that get boring or stale? But no, it's in the repetition that the creation comes, that the expression comes.
It's not enough to know what you want. You have to do what you want, to be what you want. You know, so a writer implies in writing books.
Yeah.
A gardener implies in gardens. You know, but if you, I don't know about today, but if you talk to your father, your mother, if you are from a middle class, I want to be a gardener. Your father says, oh my son, please go to the university.
Yeah.
Get a diploma and you can do your gardening during the weekend, you know. But you love plants, you love the soil, you love, you know. But at the end of the day, you are convinced. And this is not good for the person who is being convinced and for the person who is trying to convince. You are creating this aura of frustration around them. Experiences that I had in my life that brought me here in front of this camera talking to you. You don't live your life in this capitalistic sense that you accumulate knowledge as you accumulate money. No. Life is about the present moment. And you're here now, and then you have an idea or you have something, but that may be a root in your past, but you don't know. So what I try to do is to live my life as full, as intensely as I can. Do you remember the day that you realized that you were alive?
No, I don't remember the day.
But I remember. So.
I wish I did, but okay.
Sorry, but that day, my God, I'm alive. Not only I am alive, but I'm not the center of the universe. And then I realized that I was alive, and there was a lot of things going on outside my childish world. Mm-hmm. And so I said, I'm going to pay attention to what is going on. And this is how I survive it. You have to take risks all the time. If you don't do that, you don't move forward. We are trying to be too conservative in the way that you think life. And the result is that nobody voices out to say, I don't agree with this, I agree with that. So we have to push somehow our individuality to make sure that our voice can be heard.